Orlando, Florida is the theme park capital of the world. You will find 9 world-class theme parks within 1-hour drive of one another. No doubt, Orlando is a super magical place. Over 75 million people visit this city every year. No one is too old or too young to wear Mickey ears or wave a wand and cackle in delight. You will find all kinds of theme parks that tap into your love affairs with comic book heroes and classic characters at Walt Disney World, Universal Studios, or Legoland. Obviously, if you love theme parks, you're going to love this city. But there is a lot more to Orlando than just theme parks. Orlando is one of those cities that everyone recognizes immediately. True, it is the theme park capital of the world and is known for being a top vacation destination for families. But outside of the theme parks, Orlando is also home to hundreds of international restaurants and bars, high-end shopping, attractions, live entertainment, and gorgeous natural spaces. There is truly something for everyone in Orlando, Florida. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know when you visit Orlando, Florida. How to get around, the best time to visit, where to stay, what to do, and what to eat. First thing first, how do you get to and get around this wonderful city? If you are flying in, you are likely to come in through Orlando International Airport. This airport is a major hub city for several major airlines, Frontier, JetBlue, and Southwest Airline. Orlando International is a huge airport. It is the biggest and busiest airport in the state of Florida. Remember on your trip back home to show up at the airport 2 to 3 hours before your flight because it can get super busy at this airport. Once in Orlando, in most cases, a car is necessary for your visit to Orlando. However, hotels and resorts do offer some free transportation options to and from major destinations. A car is necessary to visit different parts of Orlando. Just be aware that traffic can be overwhelming, especially during holidays and around the theme parks. It is super easy to pick up a rental car at the airport. All the major car rental companies operate at this airport and are conveniently located right at the airport. It's pretty easy to get around in Orlando. I-4 is the main highway, and it will get you to and from all the popular attractions. Just be aware that outside I-4, all the major highways are toll roads, so make sure to plan accordingly if you are going to be driving around while you are in Orlando. Public transit, the bus system is not used by most people, but it is an option, and it costs you $1.50 per ride. There is also a green trolley designed to cater to tourists that runs on International Drive. It will cost you $2. Rideshare, Uber, and Lyft are both available in Orlando, but expect to pay high prices. Walking, with a walk score of 25, the Orlando metro area is not very walkable. The downtown Orlando and International Drive areas are good locations for walkers. Number 2. Best time to visit Orlando. Orlando has a subtropical climate. From November to April is the best time to visit for comfortable weather. It is much cooler and a lot less humid during these months. Summer is the busiest season, but the weather around this time of year is always hot and humid. Daily highs range between low to mid-90s with very high humidity. Summer in Orlando is always hot, sticky, and unbearable. If you decide to come here during summer, you are likely going to spend the late morning to late afternoon inside your hotel room in the air conditioning. With that said, you can have a fantastic vacation at any time of the year. I personally recommend visiting during winter from November to February. Except for the 2 weeks following Christmas, winter is the low season here in Orlando. The weather is perfect here from December to February. It is always nice and cool and relatively dry. Daily highs are around low to mid-70s, but it does get a lot cooler in the evening, so don't forget to bring a jacket. Temperature does occasionally drop into the 50s. Spring is the best time to visit for comfortable weather but lighter crowds. Summer is the busiest season, but you can have a fantastic vacation at any time of the year. Fall in Florida is only slightly cooler than summer, and the hotels usually have better prices. Spring is the perfect blend of comfortably warm weather and low crowds in Orlando. The holidays attract a lot of visitors to the theme parks. However, the rest of winter is fairly calm. Summer is the perfect time for swimming or visiting, but the theme parks will be packed. Number 3. Where to stay in Orlando. For anyone going to Orlando for the first time, choosing the place to stay can be a little daunting. International Drive, Kissimmee, and Lake Buena Vista are all great places to stay, but how do you know which one is right for you? Orlando has hotels for every price range, and they offer a wide range of amenities. From luxury resorts to family suites and everything in between, Orlando has it all. You can stay in a resort on the campus of an attraction, with a water park for a swimming pool. You can bring the extended family to a vacation home. Imagine it. You can have it. When it comes to hotels, you pretty much have two main options. The hotels at Walt Disney World Resort, or you can stay at an hotel on International Drive. If you are coming here just to enjoy Disney World, I would recommend staying at a Disney resort. Disney resorts are world-class, highly rated hotels. You will get tons of benefits for staying at them. You will get free transportation and early entrance into the parks. Disney hotels are super nice, but you will pay a premium. You pay twice as much compared to a hotel on International Drive. Lake Buena Vista is the ideal place to stay if you are planning on spending most of your time at Walt Disney World. Remember, there are 5 different Disney parks, so if you are traveling with young children, you may spend a lot of time here. Lake Buena Vista is also good for golf and outlet shopping. Choose to stay in one of the Disney hotels or one of the many hotels, homes, or villas in the area. If you plan on spending a lot of time in Universal Studios' 3 theme parks, it might be a good idea to stay in one of the Universal hotels. Not only are they exceptionally good, but you will also have access to the parks earlier than the general public. This is particularly beneficial if you are a Harry Potter fan, as the Wizarding World of Harry Potter can be extremely busy in peak season. There are 8 hotels to choose from, including the famous Hard Rock Hotel and the popular Cabana Bay Resort, which have large family suites. If you stay in one of their 5-star resorts, the Hard Rock, Loews Royal Pacific, or Loews Portofino, you will also receive complimentary express passes, which will save you valuable queuing time. International Drive, or iDrive, as the locals call it, is best described as Orlando's Vegas Strip. There are hundreds of hotels, restaurants, shops, and attractions lined up beside each other for 11 miles. Top theme parks like Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and Aquatica are here, as well numerous attractions including the Orlando Eye. The iRide bus service is excellent and runs from 8 a.m. to 10:30 p.m., so there is no need for a car. Many hotels that are located here also offer free shuttle services to the main theme parks. If you do decide to take a taxi to Walt Disney World, what you pay in cab fare you save in parking. So despite many people saying you have to have a car in Orlando, I think if you stay on International Drive, you can easily do without one. Hotels and resorts throughout Orlando have multi-room suites that are perfect for families and groups. They are also available at a wide range of price points, offering everything from simple affairs with basic kitchen and laundry facilities to exquisite palaces you'll never want to leave. Number 4. What to do. What else can you do in Orlando besides visiting the main theme parks? Well, you are in luck. There are tons of things to do outside visiting the main theme parks. For starters, Orlando is located in Central Florida. The nearest beach is about 1 hour east in Cocoa Beach, Florida. However, you will find a lot of lakes in Orlando. Residents of the area tend to take full advantage of the beauty and recreation these Orlando lakes offer. But visitors to Orlando would be remiss to overlook the Winter Park chain of lakes. A fun way to explore the Winter Park chain of lakes is in a clear kayak with Get Up and Go kayaking. They have locations all around the state of Florida, including Winter Park. Our favorite way to explore the Winter Park chain of lakes is with an experience that has been offered in Central Florida for many decades. The Winter Park Scenic Boat Tour is a must-do. You'll cruise along Lake Osceola, Lake Virginia, and Lake Maitland, navigating narrow canals between each lake while learning about numerous estate homes, Rollins College, and Winter Park history. Boat tours run hourly from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and are first come, first served. The cost is $20 per. If you don't have a lot of time, you should at least take a relaxing stroll around Lake Eola and Lake Eola Park, located in the heart of downtown Orlando. The walk around the lake takes just under 1 mile, and along the way, you'll take in picturesque views of the downtown skyline. Want to be on the water? Rent swan paddle boats and get out there with the live swans. The Walt Disney Amphitheater is also inside the park, a gorgeous arena hosting live concerts, movies, and performances. Icon Park is another great place to visit. Icon Park is a popular entertainment plaza on International Drive. This plaza is home to Madame Tussauds Orlando, SEA Life Orlando Aquarium, and the Wheel at Icon Park. You can purchase a single attraction ticket or a package to experience all 3. The Wheel at Icon Park is a famous 40-story observation wheel, allowing you to see most of Orlando in air-conditioned capsules. Madame Tussauds Orlando displays celebrity wax figures with a special emphasis on locally known figures. SEA Life Orlando Aquarium houses 5,000 different sea creatures, including turtles and sharks. Don't forget to check out the International Drive area. This area is one of Orlando's most diverse regions to visit. Situated less than 10 miles southwest of downtown Orlando, International Drive features a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment venues, including 2 outlet malls, Ripley's Believe It or Not, and Pirates Cove Adventure Miniature Golf Course. Eateries here offer all sorts of cuisines, or travelers can enjoy a meal while watching a themed show. For night owls, iDrive boasts a Cuban-inspired Cuba Libre restaurant and rum bar, a Howl at the Moon dueling pianos venue, a Señor Frog's restaurant and bar, the world's largest permanent ice bar, and more. Though several former visitors caution that iDrive tends to get clogged with cars, many said everything one could need is located along this road. Plus, prices here aren't quite as high as those found in the adjacent theme parks. International Drive stretches between Orlando International Premium Outlets and the Central Florida Greenway, offering visitors convenient access to top sites like SeaWorld Orlando, Fun Spot America, and Universal Orlando Resort. Travelers can drive or hail a taxi to any of the thoroughfare's shops, restaurants, and attractions. The Kennedy Space Center is one of the region's most popular attractions, away from all the theme park action. That is, it sits on the eastern coast of Florida, around 45 minutes from downtown Orlando. Thanks to Orlando's relentless tourism boom, the Kennedy Space Center has become so much more than just a site for NASA to launch their astronauts off from the surface of the Earth. You can get up close with the original Apollo Saturn V rocket, stand nose to tail with the huge Atlantis space shuttle, take a trip out of the atmosphere in a simulator, or even arrange to have lunch with a veteran astronaut. If there's one thing you need to know when visiting the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, it's that, much like an official space launch, preparation and planning are essential. There's so much to see, do, and experience, and you don't want to miss out. Here we share a few tips for visiting KSC to ensure you have the best and most rewarding visit possible. Of course, Florida attractions are wildly popular and can be crowded during certain times of the year. If you prefer fewer crowds, visiting during the week is probably best. Arrive early to ensure you have ample time to explore all of the sites and exhibits. Ideally, the months of early spring or mid-autumn are best in terms of weather and crowds. In fact, it is highly recommended that you allocate at least 2 days. One may not be enough if you intend to see everything, especially if you plan on including the Kennedy Space Center bus tour in your itinerary, and you need to. I did it in one day and missed some exhibits I would have liked to see, but there was a massive storm rolling in that I wanted to beat back to Orlando. I'll just go back. It is important to note that the Kennedy Space Center is closed on both Thanksgiving Day and Christmas. Apart from those days, the visitor complex is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. year-round. If you're visiting nearby theme parks, Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex is about an hour away, 52.1 miles to be exact. Purchase tickets in advance so you can just arrive and enter the visitor complex. If you need to pack a cooler, you can do so, provided it is a soft-sided cooler and you leave the glass bottles and containers at home. Kennedy Space Center Visitor is located on Merritt Island, close to Cocoa Beach, Ponce Inlet, and St. Augustine. Each is worthy of their own individual visits if you have the time. You have to check out Winter Park Scenic Boat Tour. History and architecture combine to create a relaxing experience on the Winter Park Scenic Boat Tour. The tour takes you through the lakes and byways of Winter Park to see some of the historical homes of the area, as well as the wildlife that calls Florida home. Adventurous first-time visitors seeking flora and fauna, or savvy Orlando travelers seeking an off-the-beaten-path vacation experience won't be disappointed when they discover the Winter Park Scenic Boat Tour. Located on Lake Osceola in the quiet suburb less than 10 minutes from downtown Orlando, the boat tour offers hour-long, guided cruises through 3 of the 7 lakes and 2 narrow man-made canals on the tranquil Winter Park chain. On any given tour, participants may observe large cranes swooping waterside to snag a large fish or a lazy alligator languishing on a nearby bank. An occasional water skier or racing shell full of crew members from the area's private liberal arts college, Rollins, are also enjoyable sideshows for tour goers. Every tour, however, guarantees plenty of swaying palms, towering cypress trees, lush ferns, and a variety of flourishing subtropical flowers. Breathtaking views of opulent private homes and exquisite estates sprawling along the shores are also a key feature of the scenic cruise. The Dock, less than 5 minutes from Park Avenue, Central Florida's popular, upscale shopping district, is conveniently located on the east end of Morse Boulevard on Lake Osceola. Number 5. What to eat while in Orlando. When you think of dining in Orlando, you might envision confections like Dole Whip, a turkey leg the size of your arm. Cartoonish foods you eat when immersed in the fantasylands of Central Florida's theme parks. But Orlando is much more than its themed attractions and the often farcical food you'll find there. Although there are excellent dining experiences to be found on Disney properties, if you know where to look, here are a handful of restaurants you must try on your trip to Orlando. Number 1. Kaya. Chef Lord Lalaican dreamt up the menu for this modern Filipino restaurant he co-owns with General Manager Jamelin Salonga Bailey. Find Kaya inside a renovated Florida-style bungalow that feels casual and neighborly. The menu translates the chef's Filipino roots through a distinctly Florida lens. A set menu experience highlights local and seasonal ingredients like tilefish, oysters, tiger prawns, and datil peppers. If you can't nab a table inside for dinner, swing by for a more casual experience at their tropical outdoor patio, Bayani Bar, serving a la carte bites and ube cocktails. On Sundays, come for Filipino brunch. The restaurant was recently nominated for Best New Restaurant by the James Beard Foundation. Number 2. The Ravenous Pig. One of the first restaurants to introduce the farm-to-table movement to Central Florida diners in the mid-2000s, the Ravenous Pig, the pig to locals, is a gastropub that marries Southern comfort with classic French dishes. Chefs and husband and wife team James and Julie Petrakis took inspiration from their travels through Europe, where dishes like steak frites are familiar staples at neighborhood bistros. The menu changes daily with seasonal ingredients, while certain well-loved classics are always available, like the pub burger, rock shrimp tacos, and house-made charcuterie. When you visit, order a gin and jam cocktail from the bar, a drink that uses rotating seasonal house-made jam. Number 3. The Strand. Strand's mid-century logo is just one of the many retro details about the restaurant. Located in a vintage building made with 1950s glass blocks and bedecked in mint green mid-century tile, the Strand feels and tastes like an elevated home kitchen. Dishes are timeless but not boring. Expect to find classics like duck confit, marinated New York strip, and red snapper served with a unique regional flair. Dishes are well paired with local beers and natural wine. Made from scratch and influenced by what's in season, the Strand's menu is one you can come back to for a new but reliably relaxed experience. If the dining room seems busy, put your name down and head next door to their newly opened sister bar. DBA sip on classy cocktails and stay satiated with nibbles like duck flatbread or raw oysters. Number 4. Pizza Bruno. In a world where pizza joints fall into classic tropes and lack personality, Pizza Bruno stands out as an eccentric and artisanal take on good Neapolitan-style pizza. Great pizza, great times, and good tunes. That was the plan from the start and still rings true to this day almost 8 years on, says Chef Bruno Zucchini III, owner of Pizza Bruno. Using fermented sourdough dough, Pizza Bruno crafts signature and classic pie combinations that are fired at 1,000 degrees in a wood-fired oven. The signature pizzas like the Crimson Ghost, fresh mozzarella, sopressata, basil, Mike's Hot Honey, are worth coming for, of course, but don't skip the standout starters like wood-fired octopus and meatballs with lemon ricotta. Try to make it to the original Curry Ford location for the charm and outdoor patio. Number 5. Papa Llama. Visitors to Orlando will find it hard to stumble upon Papa Llama in its discreet and unexpected location in a strip mall next to a fitness studio and a Winn-Dixie. But you'd be missing out on a Michelin Bib Gourmand Awarded modern Peruvian dining experience with the best natural wine pairing in the city. The bright, plant-filled interior transports you out of the strip mall into a funky and modern dinner party in Peru. The menu is a feast for gourmands who appreciate fresh Florida seafood and local vegetables plated with aromas of earthy aji panca, smoky charcoal cooking, and the tart bite of salsa criolla.